everybody, and welcome to the Spotlight. I am Nick Candela.
And I'm Becca Friedman. We've got a great show for you today. We've got an interview with a couple local actors coming up.
That's right, and we had a great musical performance by Totally Disturbed. And today's show is a little bit different. It's basically it's focused on getting into film and television, and that's why we have the actors. The buzz is going to be really cool.
Yep, there's a lot going on around Michigan right now with the film industry. So.
That's right, and we've been busy, so let's take a look at the buzz. Hello, everybody, and welcome. The buzz this week doesn't take us very far. In fact, it's right here in our very own Warren Rec Center, as we're going to see a class right now taught by Greg Triscoma, and it's getting into TV and film, and they're going to be talking about some really cool stuff. Let's go check it out.
This class is about breaking into film and television. We cover headshots, resumes, agents. There's crazy opportunity in Michigan right now. Since we passed the film incentive about 2 years ago, it's no secret we've had Clint Eastwood in town, we've had De Niro in town, we've had Sigourney Weaver, some of the biggest names in film ever. This summer we've got who's in town this summer? We've got Pierce Brosnan, Gerard Butler. There's a whole bunch of big old Hollywood names in town here. Right now we've got it going on in June. It'll come back again in September. It'll probably show up again sometime in December of next year. It's pretty much on a 90-day schedule, and you just call Parks and Rec, and they can let you know when the next one's coming up.
That's right. If you want any more information, you can check it out on our Facebook page, and we'll throw you the link to his website. And Greg really knows what he's talking about. He's been in the business a long time. In fact, he was in the latest Clint Eastwood movie, Gran Torino. He played a bartender in that movie. It was a great movie. It was made right here in Michigan. And since I took his class, I know I am destined to be a superstar. For more info on this week's buzz or to find out where we're going next time, visit us at facebook.com/tvwarren.thespotlight.
Well, those are some pretty nice sunglasses, Nick.
You like those sunglasses? Yeah, they were a gift. They were a gift. I knew I had to have them. I took the class. If I'm going to, play the part, I got to look the part.
Definitely, of
so
course.
That's superstar all day.
Of course.
Of course.
Well, that was the buzz. We've got another segment for you coming right up. It's called On the Street.
That's right. We went around and asked the citizens of Warren what celebrities they thought they looked like. Some of them were pretty accurate, but you be the judge.
I've been recently told I look like one of the guys from The Ultimate Poker, Jesus. Thought that was interesting. Right.
I've been told I look like Shaquille O'Neal.
Jeremy Bonderman.
Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter.
I have been told when I spike my hair up and shave, I look like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple in there.
Yeah, there's a couple that are all right.
But, while we're on the subject, Becca, what do you think your celebrity lookalike would be?
Well, I've always been told I look a little like Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster?
Yeah.
An older version, maybe?
I guess an older version.
Think we got a picture of that? Yeah, let's see. Put you up in some pigtails and looks like the McFly vest or something,
something
from
like
the
that.
80s. Let's see that pose. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's all you. Now,
What's yours, Nick?
Mine, I don't know. To me, it's pretty obvious. I've been told, I don't know, since high school, once the show came out, the King of Queens himself, Kevin James.
That's pretty good.
And I don't take any offense to that because I think he's a good-looking guy. So, what do you think? He's got a couple years on me, but I'm on my way.
You're a younger version of him. I could see that.
Right. Well, as long as he can cut me some of his paycheck in a couple years, I'd be more than willing.
That'd be good.
Yeah. But we've got plenty more coming up.
Yep, got a lot coming up.
You're giving us the word later on. We got a couple performances. We got a great interview. We'll be right back. Stick around. Coming up next, local actors Ryan De Silva and Eddie Barnwell are in studio. Stick around. More Spotlight coming up next. And welcome back to the Spotlight. Got a couple local guys here with us. How you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic.
Doing pretty good.
We got Eddie Barnwell and Ryan DeSilva here. Couple, tell us what you guys do.
Well, basically, we're up and coming filmmakers here in Michigan, trying to get involved with the film scene that's happening out here. I traveled. I recently had the opportunity to go out to New York and had some opportunities working freelance over there and see how the business goes. I think ever since we were little kids, and I know you as well. I've known you for a while, and other guys that work here. It's always been our dream to be a part of the entertainment film, and it's so great to have it happening right in our own backyard, where we don't have to go to New York or we don't have to go to LA to make something like that happen.
Exactly. I guess in a sense, with what's going on in Michigan right now with the film incentive, I was working a miserable construction job, and I just wasn't happy. And like Ryan said, we've always had this dream. We've always wanted to do it. And now that it was becoming so big in Michigan, we decided that, hey, let's go for it. And that's what we did. And we're pretty happy with our first product.
And I could tell you from that standpoint, always wanting to do it and moving out to New York, I always did feel like growing up in Michigan, growing out here and saying, I want to make this entertainment dream come alive, be a part of films, make that happen for myself. I felt I had to go to New York or LA.
Oh, and I think that's still, for the majority of the United States, that's living the dream is, I'm going out to LA and I'm going to live in Hollywood and I'm going to be a big star. Well, you don't have to do that anymore.
Right. No, and I'll admit, when I first heard about the Michigan thing that was happening out here, there's a lot of buzz in it. I know a lot of people are involved in production, a lot of people that are in this industry. I was skeptical at first, but basically I was out in New York. I was happy doing what I was doing freelance, and then I get a phone call from Eddie, and we had a script that we worked on, many years earlier that he wrote.
It was like my freshman year of college.
And we wanted to make this happen, and we said, well, can we make this happen in Michigan? So the first thing we needed a cemetery. A cemetery, as far as if you're shooting movies, one of the biggest things is location.
Oh, of course.
So getting your locations usually requires a large amount of permits, or you need facilities in a city developed to ensure those permits or to get that sort of space or that sort of venue to shoot this product. And I wasn't sure if we could make that happen in Michigan, but I was in New York, I started making phone calls, and you talked about the film incentive. I know earlier it was mentioned on the show, but I can't begin to stress how important that is to what's happening here. Because a lot of these big productions, and I think that's one aspect that we see of these film incentives, of what they're manifesting, is these huge productions. Drew Barrymore did Whip It, starting with that to Red Dawn that was recently shot out here.
Clint Eastwood.
Exactly, Gran Torino. The list goes on. Now currently Scream 4 is being shot out here. Harold and Kumar 3 is going to be shot out here. All these huge productions are coming here, but that's one element of what we see that film incentives have done. Okay. Detroit, and us being a suburb of Detroit, it's really trying to find a way to keep our youth population here. You see at record rates, the youth is leaving the city, moving out of these areas or moving out of the suburbs, going out of state. I think it's time that we really do invest in our creative capital here, and that's what the incentives do. So it goes beyond just these big productions, because what this enabled us to do was me to get on the phone and actually have people to talk to.
Yeah.
Have a Michigan film office. So now what's geared up and what's set up that's happening, and it's what's occurring in Michigan, is that not only these big productions could come in, but because films have become this entity here, it allows the younger indie, up and coming, who don't necessarily have the big $1 million budgets that the other movies have, but the opportunity and ability and the resources now, because now all I had to do is make one phone call, and I was directed to Film Liaisons, who in turn, directed me over here, and the city of Warren, my hometown, was able to make this movie and this vision come alive for us.
So the Historical Society set you guys up with the cemetery, right?